All right, folks, we're ready for the third installment in this series here on basic use for Prioritizer. We're going to talk here about entering comments and using tags in the system. So comments is kind of one of the core elements of the system. It involves placing notes on accounts that can be later on accessed by basically anybody who has access to the system. So territory managers would be one person who could have actionable intelligence, but to a larger extent, we'd like to close the loop and have things from customer service, credit, all other elements of the servicing structures on the accounts. So anytime there is an event with a customer, that would be an exception issue, meaning something's not in stock or delivery's been postponed or delayed, or a conversation where a comment is made by a customer that you think the salesperson should know about. Rather than reaching out and sending an email directly to the salesperson, what we'd like you to do is put a note in the system, and that will alert the appropriate salesperson or management if you tag those people in it. So in the system, there's been a test account created. It's called the E.J. Welsh Learning Academy, or EJW Learning Academy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to navigate to that account. For those of you who have been through this, you would select on the search box. We go to organizations, and we have several different ways we could find it. I'm guessing the word learning is not going to be in too many accounts, so I'm going to use the word learning, and sure enough, there it is, E.J. Welsh Learning Academy, TES001, so we're going to select the account. Now you'll notice on this that the account, in the upper left-hand side, you have some basic information about the account, including who it's assigned to. In this case, it's Mike Bruner. So the important thing to remember is that any comment you make in the system is always annotated or sent to the owner. So if we place a comment, whether or not we tag anybody in that comment, the person who owns the organization is going to get a note. So here's how that works. You would just basically type your note, so showing how notes work, and then hit post. And then basically what will happen is after a couple of minutes, the system will spool up, and it'll wind up sending an email to the affected individual. And the reason this is done is because the expectation is that the sales reps are in looking at their accounts or organizations, but if they're out on the road, they're not going to know there's something actionable that's happened against the account in real time. So what this enables them to do is call out things that require their actions immediately, and in the process it records that there was something that transpired against the account, so that other people looking in, whether it be management or operations, can see that there's been something that's happened against that account. So the way it comes up is it looks like this. You'll get an email, or the person who owns the account will get an email. It'll say a comment has been made on the account name. In this case it was EJW Learning Academy, and it'll tell you this account was sent by Prioritizer, and the user, in this case it was Michael Bruner, has made a comment on E.J. Welsh Learning Academy, showing how notes work. Now anything that would be there, someone needs a call, someone's not going to get a planned delivery, or they try to place an order for something that wasn't in stock. Any of the content of those messages now will be shared in real time with the owner of the account, which for accounts in the field is a territory manager. So that's a good way to convey information and keep a record of it there. So there should be no emails or no phone calls required. Just use the system to place a note. All right. Another thing is sometimes you'll be entering a note, and that'll require multiple users to get notified. So testing a note where multiple users. So let's say that in this case I want the branch manager of the branch for the account, which in this case is branch 7, or Dave Nickel, to get notification. And let's just say that also we need to escalate the issue. So I want why not the president of the company, Mike Welsh, to get notification as well. So when I post this note, now 3 people are going to get notification, right? The person who owns the account, or Mike Bruner. Dave Nickel is also going to get an email explaining that there was a comment made on the account, as well as Mike Welsh. So all 3 of them now will get a notification. It'll say what account it was on and what the information was. So this is a way for you to convey information to multiple users simultaneously. So as you can see, I've already gotten my version of the notification, and simultaneously at the same time, Dave Nickel and Mike Welch did as well. So they would be appraised of the situation and given an ability, if there's action required, to go in and post their notes and reply to what's going on. And this is a way for us to keep a central clearinghouse of everything that's going on against an account. So again, anytime you've got something that requires you to pick up the phone and notify a sales or a territory manager about an event, just put the phone down, post a note in the system, and go ahead and tag the users who need to be required. And this will not only speed up the process where communication happens, but keeps everybody in the company in the loop. And one of the key things we like to do is when you're trying to place an order for something that's not in stock, notifying the territory manager, making note of it is critical so that we can remedy the situation, call the customer and offer them something alternate, and so that the territory manager is not blind when he's walking through the door and knows that there's been problems against the account. So there's a little homework assignment associated with this one. Mike Welch has asked me to have all of you log in and go to that EJW Learning Academy account and go ahead and place a note indicating that you're in the system and you know how to navigate to an account, and he wants you to go ahead and tag him. So please go ahead and log in, go to EJ Welch Learning Academy, place a comment, and then make sure that Mike Welch is tagged. He looks forward to seeing you guys in. So take care.